Alrighty, if this is Wednesday, it must be huge financial overhaul day at the White House, and I mean huge. The president promising to re-regulate banks pretty much from top to bottom, even creating a brand new consumer protection agency to make all of this stick. Just a sticky mess to our judge, the only judge, Andrew Napolitano. Man, big.
Yeah, it's huge, Neil. There's a couple of premises to it. One is that the government knows best. The other is the Constitution be damned. And the third is there is no private behavior that can escape the government reach if the government can define that behavior as such that it might adversely affect liquidity if it fails.
Well, to be fair, something did go very wrong last fall, so they want to prevent that, right?
Same crowd, the same mentality that thought things were great last summer, that didn't anticipate that happening, now says we can resolve it by more borrowing, more spending, and more regulation.
All right, but do you need more policemen or smarter policemen? What?
I think you need more freedom. I think you need more of the free market. This was caused not by the free market. This was caused by government inducing the free market, for example, to give mortgages to people at artificially low rates who would never be able to pay them back. One of the most insidious aspects of the president's proposal is that the regulator-in-chief will be the Federal Reserve. Neil, the CIA's job is to steal and keep secrets. We know more about the CIA than we do about the Federal Reserve. It will be the only unregulated, unknown, unknowable bank on the planet, and yet it will be regulating all the others.
It had a very active role in whatever went wrong here. So you're concerned that whether you shuffle the chairs around and create a new agency or whatever, it's still the same guys and the same guys who make mistakes, right?
It's the same guys that brought us this mess, with no respect for the Constitution, which says you can't take away property or liberty without a trial. They're going to take away property and liberty by executive fiat.
We're trampling on the Constitution. You and I briefly saying this. I mean, this is something that goes prior to even this administration. It's been a multi-year slow degrading of our Constitution, hasn't it?
The federal government can take the federal government or a state government can take anybody's house or backyard they want and sell it to someone else, as long as the acquirer will pay more real estate taxes than the original owner. Jefferson would be flipping in his grave. Anybody who wrote the Constitution and who believed it stood for certain truths, certain guarantees, just wouldn't imagine what's going on now. The ghost of FDR has left the White House because even he, big government in chief that he was, couldn't have imagined that the Federal Reserve would have all this power.
All right, but you say it goes to what end? I mean, where does this end us up as a country?
I think that this government is interested in egalitarianism, a fancy word for everybody equal. Everybody makes the same money, no matter what talents you have, no matter how hard you work.
So I wouldn't mind that if I was equal with O'Reilly, but I have a feeling it might go the other way.
You earn a lot more than O'Reilly, and we all know it.
Bottom line is, you think that the government's going to be running the show for quite a few years to come.
And the definition of that is a very ugly word. Private ownership, government control is called fascism. They should look at what happened in Europe in the last century. It has a very unhappy ending.
Man, oh man. You're good, Judge. You're good, and you're scary at the same time.